IPOB vindicated as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's prolonged detention linked to internal betrayal, failed legal maneuvers. So what this message is trying to teach us now, or rather it's trying to let us know, is that the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can be traced to the differences between the lawyers that is attending to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. In other words, his legal representatives. I don't want to dwell more on hearsay or what somebody puts out there, but let me read this article. This article is, I think, it is coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's brothers, who is out there now to blame some lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or people that are representing him, or even those who have devoted their time and money to go to visit him at that DSS dungeon. But let us just read what is being put out there. This article is a little bit longer, but are going to agree with me that before I end reading it, you will learn one or two things from it. On the 13th day of October in 2022, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial in Nigeria was officially concluded. The appeal court in Abuja discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu and categorically stated that no lower court got the jurisdiction to recommence the already concluded trial. The appeal court then ordered the Nigerian government to release Nnamdi Kanu and let him go, but the government unlawfully disobeyed that order. The appeal court, having ruled that no Nigerian lower court, not even the High Court, has the power to recommence the trial, owing that the Nigerian government have continued to detain the IPOB leader against court orders. The case file was then shifted to the Supreme Court, which is the parent for all courts in Nigeria. The Supreme Court was exactly where the lawless Nigerian government wanted the case to come immediately after the appeal court ruling, as they wanted to use their veto power to restart the case. After 1 whole year and 2 months at the Supreme Court, on the 15th of December 2023, the Supreme Court delivered its unlawfully ruling by sending the case file back to the Justice Binta Iyako at the Federal High Court to restart the trial for the second time. IPOB protested against the recommencement of the already concluded trial, which Nnamdi Kanu won, and stated that they are not going back to the court. Barrister Ifeanyi Chukwu Ejiofor and SAN Mike Ozekome, who led the case and got the desired victory for Nnamdi Kanu, stated also categorically that the case was already won by them for their client Nnamdi Kanu at the appeal court in 2022, and that Nigerian government should just obey that order and release their client. Before this period, Barrister Lawyer Jimako and the Nnamdi Kanu siblings were working underground to become the new legal team. They even signed a deal with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's son, Seyi Tinubu, before the February 2023 general election, that they would help Tinubu become the president, so that Tinubu will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as soon as he becomes the president of Nigeria. Barrister Aloy Ejimako, Nnamdi Kanu siblings, Simon Ekpa, and his autopilot, demented followers, birds of the same feathers, started making some statements that they have sacked Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Michael Zekome, SAN. This misguided statement was championed in the media by Simon Ekpa and the Nnamdi Kanu siblings. On the 15th of December 2023, when IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu's then legal team refused going back to the court, requesting the Nigerian government to obey the order which had discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu, These men, Barrister Lawyer Ejimako, Nnamdi Kanu siblings, and Simon Ekpa, who had a deal with President Tinubu's son before the 2020 general election, became zealous in their attempts to take charge of the case. They shouted to IPOB and Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, "Why would you not go back to the court while your leader and client is still detained?" They made all kinds of mockery against Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and accused the ever-working IPOB leadership of not doing anything to release Nnamdi Kanu. They declared open their long-planned interest. They took over the case and went back to the court with the lawless Nigerian government, whose plan was to lure the legal team back to the court in order to overturn Nnamdi Kanu's glories. They lost their first court case in January of 2024 as previous victories won by Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Mike Ozekome-san were overturned. Till today, their dubious has kept Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS dungeon in a case he won in 2022. The same IPOB and the then legal team of Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor's stand of not going back to the court is what Prince Kanu recently posted as what Nnamdi Kanu told him that they should have done. Going back to the court was an erroneous mistake they made, and Barrister Lawyer Ejimako, who should have known better, was only after self-glories and failed to consider the dangers. Why did they go back to the court? The answer is simple. They are glory hunters. While Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Michael Zekome's SAN were having sleepless nights researching to argue in court for Nnamdi Kanu's victory, these people were busy going to Lagos and Abuja signing deals with the president's son Sheyi and worked that Nnamdi Kanu's release be delayed until they take charge of the legal team. They were after the glory of who got Nnamdi Kanu released. Nnamdi Kanu to an extent became his own lawyer in court, arguing and going to his detention facility with his case file, while his lawyers, the new legal team, became mere observers in the court. We are not writing these things that we should convince anybody, but that when Nnamdi Kanu comes out and read, he will understand exactly why he took long in detention. He will know exactly how this visiting him became part of those detaining him. It is well. Well, my people, and I don't hear the whole article here. So, we are going to be analyzing this message based on what we see on ground, not based on assertions and not based on hearsay. Well, I have said this in countless times that I didn't trust Aloy Ejimako. Please, my people, this is just my own personal opinion. It is not in the generality of it, and I'm not forcing you that you must agree in my terms and conditions or in what I have said or what I have observed concerning Aloy Ejimako. Well, the writer of this article might be right, he might be wrong. Maybe let's take it 50-50. The reason why I said I hate Aloy Ejimako and I keep on pointing accusing finger on him over this delayed detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or the delayed justice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why is it that each time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appear before the court? Just take notice of what I'm telling you now. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want to take picture with any other person, Aloy must surely force himself to be on that picture. Why? If you go wherever they post Nnamdi Kanu appear before the court, go wherever they post the picture or video, you will see what people are commenting. Exactly what I'm saying. Why is it this man always forcing himself to take picture? What glory is him waiting for? Is him looking for? Because as it stands now, it seems like they are fighting in who will become the lead counsel, because Ifeanyi Ejiofor is the lead counsel. Listen to me, please. I am not supporting Ifeanyi Ejiofor. I am not his spokesperson. And I am not supporting Mike Ozekome. Neither am I a spokesperson to Ejiofor. I am a kind of analyzing this news on a general terms that anybody will understand. So I hold no grudges against anybody. But I hate the character of Aloy Ejimako. Don't forget, Ifeanyi Ejiofor is the what I call is a lead counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when this case started. You understand me? So along the line, Mike Ozekome came inside and they got the victory they get, discharged and acquitted from appeal court, which we're supposed to maintain that maintain that momentum. But then Nigerian government have to force their way to then do what they call stay of execution on the already discharged and acquitted client in their own court, which has never happened anywhere in the world. Then along the line, it becomes clearer that somebody out there is playing a hide and seek game with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's detention. Maybe that person wants to take glory from the whole BIAFRANS when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu finally comes out. Who that person is, I don't know. Maybe a lawyer Ejimako, maybe someone else. But the truth be told, in any way you see people murmuring, or rather, in any rumor, there is an atom of truth in it. A lawyer Ejimako can never escape from this accusation. But the only thing that will solve all these things is when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out. Then he will understand, or rather, he will be the one to make us understand the reason why they continue detention. I mean, why they longer stay in DSS dungeon. There is a legal battle, not with the Nigerian government, but within Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal representatives. At a point, everybody begins to fight in tooth and nail to become the lead counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What is the gain? Or maybe the lead counsel gets the lion's share of the money they are getting from BIAFRANS over the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But let's not conclude there. Let us just keep our fingers crossed. Tomorrow is pregnant. But our prayer is that all these things will end in praise, no matter how they take it, and no matter how long or how many years Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been detained. A lion will always remain a lion. And I'm encouraging all of us here who thoroughly and dependent on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should keep their fingers crossed. Do not backslide, and do not think that is the end of the world. My brother, my sister, we must surely make it, whether the devil like it or not. People must surely comment, people must surely say their mind. But please, when you are in your own views over this matter, please be civic in your own approach. Make your own findings and then bring in that your reasonable arguments. Let's argue it out at the comment section. But I still maintain my stand. To me, I did not trust Aloy Ejimako. Do not forget, there is a news then, 2024, that Aloy Ejimako is owing Nigerian government. I don't know this business they do or the contract they gave to him, and he couldn't execute the contract. So they are holding Aloy Ejimako in Sukurutu. Maybe that is the reason why he is fighting in tooth and nail to remain as the lead counsel, so that he's going to make matter worse for Nnamdi Kanu. This is just my own assertion. Please, don't take it too serious. We are all here finding solutions on how to mitigate the current quagmire we find ourselves over the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So please, just accept whatever you hear from me this morning with a pinch of salt. I mean insult. A pinch of salt. Me and English this morning. May God have mercy upon us. Anyway, let us go to the comment sections. Everybody have their own opinions to air. So let me see what my people think from the comment section. And you too, what are you going to say when it is your own time to drop your own comments? Vitalis, and he said this write-up is fabricated to tarnish the image of Aloysius Ejimako, but too late. Supreme Court is supreme. Okay, Jack Lucky Alele said, as a matter of fact, you guys are confusing me sometimes. Anyway, may Almighty Judge Jehovah release our leader Nnamdi Kanu soonest. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen and amen. Bomkwen. Asanya Benjamin said, this propaganda is empty and baseless. Hypocrites everywhere. Even calling Simon Ekpa join the case. How can Simon Ekpa in Finland determine the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Anyway, Fred Crumble said, but Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Mike Ozekome had access to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS custody. Why did they not explain all these things to him and made him see reasons not to go back to court? And you are now trying to blame Barrister Aloy Ejimakor for his prolonged stay in prison. Okay, for the prolonged stay in prison of Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, let me see some people who reply to him. Darlington said, ask him, my brother, each time they come up with this write-up. Kanu Fide said, you people are unbelievable. Do you think they allow Ejiofor or Ozekome, Madubagu, or even his wife in and it remain like this? The last time his wife visited is through Latifani Uba's assistant with the help of IPOB advice to the wife. With that, Kanu was able to pick something that make him to sit everybody down and defend himself in the court. And ever since then, nobody was allowed again to see him unless through Ejimakor or Kanunta. Even Kanunta threatening to buy the wife if she come back to Nigeria. It is on record. So the IPOB, DOS is not allowed to see him. DSS will not accept unless you are from utter idiots. They are afraid of him knowing the truth. The siblings of Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekberima sold him to Nigeria and want him dead, but IPOB will not allow it. It is underground war and IPOB must win. That is the problem. Division is what we are fighting for. Uche Chesi said, have you finished writing? Okay. Darlington Anosike says, so you are now telling me you love Nnamdi Kanu than his people, right? Now you are telling me you way there far, no better than his people, way they close to him. I don't know why some people go wake up just to write nonsense, thinking people are fool. How active is your brain? That is what he said. Moving forward. Anyway, Ibila said we will just end it here because we are coming back again with another Ubonga news. If you say we should continue reading comments here, my brother, we are not going to leave. We have over 1,000 plus comments on this very article. So people responded. And I would also like you to respond at the comment section of this video. Let me know what you think. Do you support the motion or do you oppose the motion? It will be on the comment section. So like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more videos.